A bit later than usual. Starting my TikToks because the fella's come in from his last night shift and he sat down at his breakfast. And then he's gone upstairs now. And of course, as I said before, you know, have had random people in and out during TikToks. I feel so bad with rating them. But otherwise, that's about it. I'm not overly keen on other people being around while I do TikToks. As I've said before, I film them and then upload them. So yeah. So he's gone off upstairs. And what I haven't done in ages again, well, I can't remember the other day, I did it last week I think, went up and didn't take my makeup and stuff off before I went to bed. But guys, I was so exhausted last night and I was still in so much pain that thankfully Casey made the kids something to eat for me for dinner. I sat here doom scrolling for a little while, having a couple of ciggies in the utility room, and then I took myself off to bed. So I think hopefully pain wise it's all gone, or at least I'm not feeling any pain this morning, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm still feeling a little bit tired, a little bit rough, almost like I should feel like when I've been out on a night out, but I haven't, obviously. Now I'm going to remember today to put some toner on. Okay, hopefully this is going to make me feel a bit better. Oh. Yeah, it did. Waking me up without being too cold. It's fantastic. That's my kettle just boiled as well, so I'm going to pause this in a second and go grab me my second coffee of the morning. I drink so much coffee, it just like, it really should literally flow out of my ears. And I've not started drinking juice properly again either. I've had at least one bottle a day, but it's not really enough. So I'll be right back. Yeah, zoomed in, because I'm quite far back. And yeah, sometimes I can notice, it's really crazy. Coffee number 2, much needed. So, where did I get to? Oh yeah, well it's 18 minutes past 7. I am gonna get my son up about 10 to. Just to try and teach him a bit of a lesson really, because he seems to think he can do what he wants. So, when I went to go to bed last night, he was still sat in the living room watching telly. So, he's going to be knackered this morning. He's not going to have long to get ready for school, which I know he can normally do in half an hour, but I'll give him that 10 minutes extra. He didn't have the one of the best days at school yesterday. I'm really annoyed because he liked calling people a Karen. It really pees me off, okay? I understand there are some in the world, yes, understandable, but I get peed off because he's forever calling his sister it. So now I have gotten to the point where I call him a Karen, when he's carrying on with Rain. And then to find out yesterday he was calling the teacher it. Not amused. So yeah. He wants to play this game, he can play this game, but on his own time. This is what I mean by, guys, when it gets very, very difficult. And luckily at the moment I do have that inner strength and the strength to let most of it pass me by. But he still needs to learn, so I'm not going to just completely knock it on the head and let him think he gets away with things. Doesn't work that way. So yeah, I'm not getting him up yet. Doing what I need to do. Rain's up and ready. She's had some breakfast, I believe, because Craig made her some. Just made her a second cup of tea. She's, like I said, she's pretty much ready, so she's got a phone in the kitchen. But yeah, now I'll do what I'm wearing as I'm doing this one, because you've already kind of seen what I'm wearing. This top is another one I've had for years, and it's another favourite. It's brilliant the way it sits on. It was another one I picked up from a charity shop a long time ago, purely because at the time I was going through a stage of liking things like Rip Curl, surfer stuff, and I've had it ever since, and it's always been kind of like there. It's like a comfort t-shirt. It is getting baggier and baggier every time I put it on, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of it, because I do find it comfortable. You know, it's black. I like the blue on it, and it's only got a little part on there. So yeah, pretty much one of my fave tops, all-time faves. What am I going for? L'Oreal Glotion. Done the eye stuff, done the toner, done the face cream. Yeah, time for the Glotion. And the jean things I've got on, I like 3/4 length jeans, which I've also always associated with the surfer style. Now, I got them at the charity shop over a year ago, I think. No, it couldn't have been a year ago. It wasn't that long after I first started doing the volunteer work with them. So maybe 8 months ago, 6-8 months ago. And I tried them every now and again because I knew they were still tight. They are a Next brand, which I always find their clothes really, really... Sometimes they're true to size, other times I find them, yeah, I think they're a lot smaller than what they say they are. So I put them on this morning, and yeah, no problem doing them up. There's space in them to that point where they're already seeming a little bit too baggy. Unfortunately, I have this thing where I leave things too long, not realising that I may have lost enough weight, because there's quite often I don't believe in myself, or I've tried something on with, with expecting to be looser, or they are actually looser and the sizing's completely different. So yeah, it's that kind of thing. So yeah, they're already a bit too loose for me and a bit baggy, so I don't know how much longer these are going to last, which is kind of good in a way, because it just goes to, enforce that knowledge of, yes, you have lost a bit more than what you thought you had, and also giving me that boost of thinking, yeah, try something on sooner, guys, because if you don't, you end up in my position where you end up not being able to wear stuff because they've ended up way too baggy. So yeah, use my fingers now just to... Don't think the brush is all that great, so yeah, just do this, so much easier. And there we have it, that's the skincare routine. So yeah, as I was on about with the wearing, just black t-shirt with the Rip Curl, short sleeved, comfortable, safety t-shirt. Next 3/4 length jeans, which I'm not even sure I'm going to end up keeping on, we'll have to see. But yeah, kind of had everything what I was going to wear, but thinking that's going to end up changing now. Or at least the bottom half, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure that one out when it gets there. So this one is going to finish, so I'm going to stop it now, and I'll see you in part 2.